Welcome to Automotive Territory. Be honest with yourself and admit that even though you might dislike those spoiled kids of multimillionaires who drive hypercars, you still wonder at times, what is the fastest automobile on the planet, or how quick can a car with 1500 horses under the hood get to 60? If you were to stick around, we would show you the list of the fastest production cars on the planet that could actually be owned if you're like super rich. And just an FYI, we have already added the recently introduced Hennessey Venom F5 that is destined to beat Bugatti Chiron and set the new world's top speed record of 300 miles per hour. But before we get to these lightning bolts, make sure to ring the bell and complete the rest of the YouTube like, subscribe and share ritual. Enjoy the ride! Hennessey Venom F5. For the first time, Hennessey's intentions to build the world's fastest automobile surfaced in 2014, but the company remained silent up until this year when they finally rolled out Venom F5, created by the new assembled Hennessey Special Vehicles division. This hypercar was created to fix Venom GT's mistake that failed to get classified as the fastest auto on the planet Earth due to violating some record-taking criteria. F5's 1500 horsepower are extracted from a 7-liter turbocharged V8 and channeled to the rear wheels. This means that Venom will most likely have humbler acceleration characteristics than the all-wheel drive Bugattis, but top speed was the only parameter that Hennessey's engineers aimed for, and their official statement promises 293 miles or 470 kilometers per hour top speed. Of course, this is all speculation at this moment, and the claimed data should be supported by independent testing, but we sincerely hope that the fastest car pantheon remains ever-changing, with engineers always striving for new records. Bugatti Chiron. The supercar will make you forget about the Bugatti Veyron. The manufacturer claims that this vehicle is the world's most powerful, fastest, most luxurious and most exclusive supercar yet. Of course, until the Venom F5 shows its skills. On the outside, design changes look rather conservative. However, on the inside, the engineers managed to improve an already flawless car. Chiron is brought into motion by an 8.0-liter W16 engine that produces mind-blowing 1,479 horsepower and 1,180 pound-feet of torque. Bugatti claims that their creation can hit the 0 to 60 mph mark in 2.5 seconds, and the top speed will be limited at 261 miles per hour for safety reasons, but on the test track it is expected to reach 288 miles per hour. Among the recent achievements of Chiron, we have to highlight the world record of 0 to 250 and back to 0 miles per hour in 42 seconds, but it lasted only 24 days until Koenigsegg Agera RS broke it. Koenigsegg Agera RS. The Coupe Agera is an evolution of Koenigsegg models R, S and 1. It is equipped with a comparatively small 5-liter V8 with 2 turbochargers that make 1,176 horsepower and 944 pound-feet of torque when fueled with gasoline. However, the engine could be reprogrammed to use ethanol, and the output goes up to 1,360 horses. The equipped mass is mere 3,075 pounds, or 1,395 kilos. RS can go as fast as 273 miles per hour with all of the safety limiters disabled, and its most recent success was in beating Bugatti Chiron's 0 to 250 back to 0 speed run by 5 seconds, completing the sprint in 36.44 seconds. Hennessey Venom GT. This hypercar started its career back in 2010 and throughout the years evolved into one of the fastest and most powerful vehicles on the planet. The final edition of Venom GT carries a 7-liter V8 engine with 2 turbochargers that make 1,471 horsepower and 1,287 pound-feet of torque. Only 12 units of this car were built in different modifications. It is most known for setting the current unofficial world's top speed record of 271 miles per hour that violated some of the testing criteria and was not recognized by the expert community. Unfortunately, Venom GT has been discontinued this year, but will always remain in the annals of history is one of the fastest cars built in the 21st century. Koenigsegg One. This automobile has existed since 2014, and as claimed by the manufacturer, One was the first officially recognized production megacar ever introduced to the market. The reason why hypercar classification had to be abandoned is due to the fact that Koenigsegg equipped the One with 1 megawatt of power, or 1,378 horses. The power-weight ratio of 1 kilo per horse is remarkable and has been achieved only by a handful of automakers. The 5.0-liter turbo V8 also makes 1,011 pound-feet of torque, allowing this auto to do 0 to 250 and back to 0 in around 30 to 40 seconds. And if you allowed it to reach the max velocity, the speedometer will show 273 miles per hour. The One lives up to its name and is considered to be one of the rarest cars in the world, with only 7 units built, including the prototype. Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Supersport. This megacar is the current Guinness World Record holder as the fastest production automobile in the world, and the title has been in Veyron's possession ever since it completed a strictly monitored successful run, reaching the 268 miles or 431 kilometers per hour top speed in 2010. On board, it carries a standard Bugatti 8.0-liter W16 with 1,200 horses and 1,106 pound-feet of torque. At this moment, the record-setting model of Veyron is no longer being sold by the manufacturer, but could probably be bought from collectors at significantly increased price. Koenigsegg Agera. The name of the car is translated from Swedish as to reign, and Agera is able to enforce its rule by the unique and beastly powertrain that consists of a 5.0-liter twin-turbo V8 and 3 electric motors. Combined output equals to 1,500 horses and 1,475 pound-feet of torque. Even though not the fastest automobile on the planet, it is one of the most dynamic. 0 to 60 acceleration is completed in 2.8 seconds, 0 to 120 in 6.6 seconds, and 0 to 250 miles per hour approximately in 20 seconds. The top speed is limited by the 255 miles per hour mark. All in all, 80 units of Agera were planned to be produced, with the final deliveries being completed in 2017. Aston Martin Valkyrie. The prototype developed by Aston Martin and Red Bull Advanced Technologies, codenamed AMRB001, was recently introduced to the world and received a name Valkyrie. It is a badass car with a badass price of $3,750,000, which makes it one of the world's most expensive hypercars. It is powered by a hybrid powertrain that consists of a 6.5-liter V12 coupled with some sort of electric motor by Rimac. Combined output will reach 1,100 horses. As for the other dynamic specs, we only hear about the expected 250 miles per hour top speed, while the rest remains a mystery, but should definitely be mind-blowing. It has been confirmed that the production model of Valkyrie will hit the market in 2019. Zenvo TS1 GT. TS1 GT is a Danish supercar that was created to celebrate the 10th anniversary of this automaker. It is a mid-engine two-seater with carbon fiber body and unearthly performance. The 5.8-liter V8 can squeeze out 1,180 horsepower and 811 pound-feet of torque, which results in 233 miles per hour top speed and 2.8 seconds 0 to 60, at least on paper. Many experts consider this auto a beginning of a whole new era for the company. The production model of Zenvo TS1 GT should be announced in 2018. Pagani Huayra PC. The Pagani Huayra is the Italian-built supercar that was tasked to replace Zonda. The automobile borrowed its name from Huayra Tata, god of wind of the Quichua people who are indigenous to South America. The most recent member of the Huayra family is BC, that was introduced in 2016. It utilizes a twin-turbo 6-liter V12 engine that was exclusively developed by Mercedes-AMG. The name of the engine is M158, and it generates 789 horses and 811 pound-feet of torque. The dynamic parameters are 2.8 seconds 0 to 60 and 230 miles per hour top speed. To the delight of the supercar collectors, a roadster version of this automobile was introduced in 2017. So how do you like the mega cars? Be sure that we hold no illusions that these autos were built for anything else but showing off or driving in a straight line. However, we still couldn't resist reviewing them as the world's phenomenon. Make sure to come back for more interesting content, like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay tuned. May the torque be with you!